Hello, welcome to our weekly voice coaching session. Today we are going to start with an exercise that will help you become more aware of what we've been talking about so much in this last few weeks, which is placing your voice in the back of the throat. And what I mean by that is expanding your throat when you sing. So we're going to do this exercise starting on the top note. It's 5-note exercise, but instead of starting from the bottom, we're going to start on the top. So we're going to do, and when you place that first note, try to place it way in the back so that it's not E, but I'm expanding my throat even before I start singing, when I'm still breathing in. So let's do it together. Let's do the same thing with A. So remember, it's not A, it's let's try it together. And then ah, oh, expand the throat. Oh, oh, let's do it together. And ooh, ooh. Yeah, now let's go up a little bit. Start with E. And E. And A, place it way in the back. Oh, say it together. And O. And ooh. And let's go up another step. This way. Can I start with E? Open up more and more. The higher you go, the farther back in the throat you have to place your note, and the more you have to expand your throat. So ah, oh, and ooh. Let's go up another step, and even more. Place it way back. Eh? Ah. Oh. And ooh. Let's do just one more. Open up. Ah. Oh. Ooh. Okay, now I'd like to talk a little bit more about the, the switching between registers. We've talked a lot about this, being able to switch between the low and the high register and back is one of the most important arts, let's say, to learn about singing. And the reason is that you have to switch to a higher register if you want to expand your range. There's no way of getting way up there unless you know how to switch to your high register. The reason is a physiological reason. Our vocal cords are simply not designed to stretch in the correct way unless we switch to using a different set of muscles that we start using when we access the higher range. I can't really explain in detail what happens physiologically with every single muscle, but it's not so important that you actually know. I mean, because you can't see what happens in there anyway. All you can do is to listen and feel. Whenever you feel tension, um, discomfort, or even pain, or strain, it always means that you are doing something wrong. So if you are going up, if you're going high in your range in the right way, you should always feel a sense of relaxation and expansion and opening. It's never constricted. It's never something that makes you feel tight. So these are pretty good indications. The only problem with that at the beginning is that it doesn't necessarily sound as good as you would like it to. For example, this is what will take us to our next exercise, but what it usually sounds like at the beginning is, like we're gonna do now octave jump exercise. So we're gonna start down here and we're gonna do so we're gonna jump from low to high to low, and maybe not right away, but eventually as we move up, you'll have to switch from the lower register to the higher register and then back. And this will give you a better sense of, there's two sets of muscles that work in order to make that happen. So I'm just going to demonstrate when I actually do shift, because when I start this slow I don't have to. But for example, like up here, if I start here, I go so my second note up there is in the high register. And so if you try to do it wrong, if you do it by squeezing, first of all, you'll notice that your tendency will be to want to push your chin forward, because you are stretching here in order to make the vocal cords do something that you want them to do, which is stretch. The vocal cords are like a string in a string instrument. If you wanted to play a higher note, you have to pull the string, increase the pull of the string, and the sound gets higher and higher in pitch. So the same thing happens with the vocal cords, but there are other muscles around them that coordinate all those movements and make them happen in the right way. So let's try this together. And so we're gonna do just ah and oh, because those are easier to do. So ah, 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 ah. And what I like you to do is to pronounce your vowel really, really clearly, both down and up and then back. And separate. Don't go ah, but ah, ah, ah. Okay? Let's do this together. Ah. And let's do O, 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 O. Let's go up a step here and let's do A. It can also help on the higher note to draw your chin down. A, A, to open up better and to better and access the high range. Let's do O. And let's do A again. And now you might need, bit by bit, you might need to switch to the higher range. So O, O, O. Let's do O. Stop another step. And again, even more. Oh, oh, oh. So draw your jaw down and open. So when you open in a relaxed way. Keep your lips relaxed. Don't go like this, but oh, oh, oh. You just draw your jaw. And let's do the same thing with O. Let's do A. O. Also with O, you can open O, O, O. Don't be afraid of opening. It always feels like we're opening too much, but we're not. It's usually barely enough. Let's do just a couple more. Let's do A. Sorry, let's do A together. And let's do O. Let's do just one more. It can be pretty high for some of you. If it feels too high, don't do it. Just stop. We can do O, O, O. So open up. Same thing with O. O, O, O. Okay, so you can probably feel the difference in placement. You have a specific placement when you sing the low note, and then something change in the way you place the high note. It goes back in the throat and up, like into your head, and then back again. So mastering these two feelings, these two sensations in the throat, and the movement of the muscles that have to happen in order for it to work well, is one of the most important techniques in singing, for singing. So the better you can do that, the more seamlessly you'll be able to go back and forth, up and down the range, and not worry about anything really. After a while it becomes completely automatic. You'll still be aware of it, but you won't have to think too much about it. And when that happens, then it becomes very fun, because whatever piece of music anybody gives you, you're able to sing without any problem. So it's really worth working on these things. And so I hope this was helpful, and you can always review this video as many times as you like. You can go to my channel. You can go also on my website, vocalbliss.net, and there's also there you can find pages with my videos saved from Ustream. So I will see you next week again at the same time, 4 o'clock, and I wish you a wonderful week. Bye bye.